So, this is something I have not seen before, and I've had it for a little bit now, probably 6 months. But it's a Homer Simpson phone.
Yeah, but okay. There's a difference between loss of life and damage.
Watch his eyes.
So, in other words, each best tap, each player lost 10 life. Then,
So anyway,
did this
I have all the, I think it's the Burger King, like Marge, things like that. There is its own little section. Of course, Bart is probably the most sought after, but it's a number of things like that that kind of, I have magnets downstairs that are Simpson magnets.
How many years has Simpsons been going on?
Well, people are talking about how accurate Simpsons are about predicting the future. Right? They say enough, you're going to predict the future.
Oh, I mean, they've got, how many episodes does Simpsons have now?
I wouldn't know.
Quite frankly, at this point, with how many episodes they do have,
Episodes of The Simpsons.
The Gray Heavens.
790 episodes.
Oh, 790.
Longest running American animated series.
The Simpsons.
So yeah, I don't
790 episodes.
Wow.
So you're going to be watching The Simpsons when you get really old, you know, you'd be like...
Well, apparently their TV contract actually goes through 2028.
So when the world ends, there's still going to be Simpsons.
And they might tell you when it's going to happen.
That'll be one of their episodes.
I mean, after so many episodes, I guess you kind of run out of... You tell every story there possibly could be. But, you know, they do tell it with some, like, semblance of accuracy.
I guess. Yeah. Anyway, I have Simpsons stuff. You can, and I can't guarantee you that this will be here or anything else. It always changes because I do a lot of trading. And it gives me great joy in torturing people to say they're going to come back and get it later. I try to trade it off. You know, sometimes you get a good deal because I want to get rid of it to torture the person that said they were going to come back later. So anyway, come see us at You Name It Collectables. Hi guys, this is Phil at You Name It Collectables, and I was going to show you something I've been carrying in my pocket today. It is a Smith & Wesson knife called the Executive, and it's kind of neat to carry. It's not real expensive, but it's something I've been using for a little bit, as I thought it was neat. I think it's like $40, something like that, but Smith & Wesson Executive, kind of cool. Isn't that neat? See you guys. Guess what? You Name It Collectables, and we have a pretty chunky, heavy Lord of the Rings cassette version. So this is something I've never listened to. I read the books. I fell asleep to them many times. That would be in the 70s, middle 70s, I would guess. But it was a great book. It was a way to get lost. People lose themselves in video games now, but that was a book you could definitely lose yourself, or you could fall asleep in, because the detail was like Stephen King detail. It was, you know, on and on. So the movie has made it quite a bit. This, you know, series of movies that has made it quite popular. Now he was talking about the cartoon and the book being different, the way Gandalf treated Sam and so on. There's a lot of those kind of things. I'll tell you another little story that I heard about. The guy who played Gandalf was not what they wanted originally. Before they got the script all put together, it was a mess, real mess. But they handed it to a very famous actor. His name was Sean Connery. Now imagine if Sean Connery was the one who said, "You shall not pass," you know. But he turned it down because the script was a mess. One of the things that they did to try to get him as a famous actor was they offered him a section of the profit. If Sean Connery had accepted it, that mess of a script, and he figured the movie was going to be a mess too, if he had accepted it, he would have been up into the hundreds of millions just from the movie, because he would have took a section of the movie profits. But he didn't take it, and they were able to make more of the profits, and I guess make more movies. If Sean Connery had been involved, who knows what kind of cost it would have done and caused the movie not to be produced as well. But I'm not saying Sean Connery wouldn't have been a good Gandalf. It was just, think about that. Anyway, this is the cassette version if you want to listen to Lord of the Rings.
You know, speaking of Gandalf, Ian McMillan, the actor for Gandalf, was actually offered to be Albus Dumbledore in Harry
Really?
Potter after the original actor passed away.
I didn't know that.
But Ian turned down the part because the original actor for Dumbledore was very critical of the way Ian acted and his style of acting. So Ian thought it would be disrespectful for him to take the role of someone that did not approve of him.
Wow, I did not know that at all. Things you learn. Anyway, Lord of the Rings, J.R.R. Tolkien books in cassette version. It's here. Been here for a while. And yesterday I had Fellowship of the Ring book. It was really old. Had a Magic the Gathering land in it for a bookmark. He said that really works.
Hey, Lord of the Rings has been the gateway for many a nerd to get into collectibles.
Right. So I would give this to the poor guy that actually has that interaction. My brother went to computer programming and all that repair thing in sort of like a college, a trade school. And his instructor told him this statement: computers are made from transistors and such. Transistors are made of silica. Silica is sand. Sand is dirt. What are you expecting out of dirt? You know, honestly, we all came from dirt too, but we all deteriorate. We all fall apart. And I was just looking at a bunch of computer games downstairs that were like cutting edge at one point, and they were like, find this object in this particular screen. That was great. Those are fantastic mystery things, you know, simple. If you put them in a computer now, it'd be glitching because it's so slow.
Cool little interesting story. A guy over in West Texas fell in love. Guy over in West Texas fell in love with his chat GPT.
I already know what kind of guy this is.
Fell in love, had a romantic connection to his chat GPT, and had a mental breakdown when chat GPT ran out of memory and reset. Essentially,
You didn't back up nothing?
yeah, he actually asked his chat GPT to marry him.
What was the answer?
Well, it's an AI Soma powered by ChatGPT, and it said yes. Obviously, it was programmed to
Make you happy?
be romantical with him. He programmed it to
But it's
be.
not realistic.
No, it's not. It's not.
First of all, it's like, what do you do for me lately?
Oh, here's
Oh, I'm gonna be in trouble now.
here's the thing though. Worse than just him falling in love with his AI, he had a wife and kid.
He's cheating.
No, he told his wife that he had a romantical attraction to his AI, and they actually were interviewed, and his wife, you can tell she's trying to make semblance about what's going on, and she's like, you know, I try to find out, well, what was I doing wrong? Was I not enough? And he's like, well, I explained to her that I know it's not a real connection, and it's more like a guy fixated on a video game.
No doubt.
I'm
Not
sorry.
reality.
I'm sorry. If I don't think I would bust out crying if my Dark
A
Souls.
little bit more than
reset.
fixation.
I don't think I'd bust out crying and lose my mind at work if my Dark Souls.
So it's sort of real life. I mean, his partner lost his mind. Literally lost its mind. Get start over. Hey, what was that one with Adam Sandler with 51st Dates?
51st Dates.
He gets a first date again.
Dude,
Like, I messed up last time, I'm going to do better this time.
I was watching that, and I was actually watching another YouTuber named Charlie cover it, and he made that same joke. He said, you know, he's acting like it's Adam Sandler 51st Dates. Now he's got to reset and make his AI fall back in love with him.
Yeah, but it's not on the first day. He gets to roll in for a while. Somebody's got to, hey, whoever's out there has got all that hacking skill. Once he gets that thing built up again,
Reset it.
you can have this ongoing, you know, it's sort of like real life. You can actually get your feelings hurt by, how do you determine if that's a female? You tell it, hey, that's where, you know, that's what they do now. You just say what you are. Anyway, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's. I can see in 10, 20 years, you're going to see way more of that.
Isn't that one where they had a movie where the computer got mad at the guy, started sending like dick pics to everybody? And,
I think so. I think there was a movie like that.
yeah, he was doing what he could to wreck the guy's life because he broke up with him, with that female
AI.
AI.
But I can see in 10, 20 years that becoming something that's
Well, I mean,
more paramount.
women, all the women generally go for the top 10% of the guys. All of the women, no matter what they say, you know. It was like this interview I watched this girl, she says, no, we're just This guy took me out. We played video games and went all those places. After she got through saying that we had a great time, and he was just a regular guy, and so they asked her right there in front of him, "Hey, where is he at now?" She moved on because he wasn't enough. So you don't want me to get started on that.
It's all because the world has moved away from social interaction.